Hey guys, Alicia here, and I am a huge procrastinator, or I tend to start things and not finish them, and that stops today. Okay, so Christine and I have been doing a few videos here and there, and we've always been talking about doing our own personal vlogs. And so I'm starting that because I've procrastinated long enough and it's time to just freaking film the dang thing. So if you're like me, you have a bunch of things on your list to do and you just don't do them, or you wait till the very last minute to do them, or you start them and then don't finish them. And that is my life at this moment. And it's been piling up and piling up and piling up to the point where I'm really depressed and upset about it. And it's been eating me away. And so that stops now, and I am determined to change my ways, which is so hard, to finally just say, stop, this is it, you're changing, and you're changing now. So my life right now kind of revolves around a whole bunch of things. Women in Film, I'm the president of Women in Film Dallas, and a lot of my time goes there and my attention goes there, and I put a lot of work into that, and I do love it. I really do love it, and I love empowering women to pursue their careers in film, and really love encouraging them. But I forget to encourage myself, and I forget to put my one foot in front of the other, and I can tell other people to do it, but sometimes I walk the walk and sometimes I don't. So I'm doing a whole bunch of do as I say, not necessarily as I do all the time. I'm not saying that the advice that I give is something that I don't do myself, because I have done a lot of those things, but just keeping persistent at it and keep going at it, because it's something that you constantly have to work at. And I'm one of those people, like a lot of Americans are, where I want that instant gratification, right? I want to have that thing and I want it to be done, and that's the only time I ever have to deal with it, you know? Like, I want to run one time and be thin and never have to run again. Or I want to eat that one healthy meal and then never have to eat another healthy meal and survive on Raising Cane's for the rest of my life. Like, that is my life and that is what I want, but that's not reality. I am changing. A lot of my life revolves around the organizations that I'm part of, or the films that I'm part of, and the people that I'm around, and doing projects in film, and then trying to start this channel. And I realized that I wasn't doing anything for myself, and my health started to really deteriorate to the point where I pushed off going to the doctor, and I've pushed off doing all kinds of stuff, and part of it's like the OCD in me, like, oh no, I'm going to start on a Monday, I'm going to start at the beginning of the week, and then that way it's a constant thing throughout the week. So I was like, I'd be on Thursday, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like super pumped and want to do this, but I'll wait till Monday. I'll wait till Monday, because that's when you should start these things. Idiot. Anyways, other things would just get in the way. I'd get so busy. I'd be like, oh, I have this other thing to do, and I have this other thing to do, and let me go do this. And so my list would pile up, and then it would just become so overwhelming that I wouldn't actually be able to do anything. Or I would sit and just binge watch stuff. Like, gosh, I've been watching Law & Order SVU for the past week, and I'm only on season 4. Like, they have 29 seasons, something like that, like almost 30 seasons, and I'm like apparently determined to finish them all in one sitting. So that's where I'm at. That's the struggle that I have right now, is I'm just not doing anything for myself. Last week I was in a super big funk, like didn't film anything, didn't want to be on anything. I just had like a terrible attitude, and I took it out on a lot of really innocent people, and the little things really annoyed me, and I feel really bad about that. But I think I needed to get that out of my system in order to recognize the problem. And I was just in such a funk to where I wasn't really going outside, and I hadn't been exercising, and I hadn't been eating right, and I hadn't been doing all of these things that people do just to keep themselves healthy. And I was, looking at everybody else's life thinking, well, mine, I should be able to do what they do, right? Like, they don't work out, or they get all this stuff done, and they're able to conquer the world and do this and do that, and they're not as stressed as I am. And then I came to realize that, yeah, they are. I got to the point where I was scrolling through Instagram and Facebook and just wondering, like, what was real and what was just pomp and circumstance, right? Like, just, ooh, wow, look at me and my wonderful life. And it's kind of depressing, right? And there have been tons of people who've talked about this, to where I have this persona online that is this amazingly happy, energetic person, but really behind the scenes, I'm dying. I'm every day I take a step closer to depression and suicide. The fact that I'm depressed is a huge problem. It's taken me this long to voice it. So that's it. This is what I'm doing. I kicked myself in the ass on Thursday and I said, get out of this funk. And I went for a run and I turned on Couch to 5K, which is an app that I bought, years ago. And I kept starting and it actually tracks your progress. So like the furthest I made it was to week 2. And I just never finished it. And that really irritated me. Like it went on to my list as something to do and to finish and never finished. So I'm finishing it, dang it. This is it. I'm doing this and there's no stopping me now. So I started that on Thursday. I went out, and then Friday, Saturday, were just a mess. And I went back into my funk and I didn't step back outside. And I missed the sun and I missed the exercise and the fresh air, and I had a million different excuses as to why I didn't come out here. So today I did it. I came out here and it's day 2 and it's on a Sunday, so I'm not starting on a Monday. And that's the best decision I made, was to start on a Thursday and to continue on a Sunday, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you start it. You don't have to start it at the top of the week. Just coming out here and there's no one out here. I'm literally by myself. Like I've passed a couple people walking their dogs, but literally there's no one out here because it's hot and it's a Sunday. Now I'm determined to keep this going, and hopefully tomorrow I can come back out here and do it again. And it's hard. It's really hard because I've gained a lot of weight and the extra weight hurts my ankles and my arches on my feet and hurts my back, and I just have to power through the pain, because the reason that I have the pain is because my body is carrying all this extra weight. So I have a doctor's appointment at the beginning of October, and my goal is to not go in there being sickly and not go in there being depressed. So I don't know how much of that I can help, but that's the goal. So we shall see what happens. At the end of October, I have a cruise. I'm finally going on vacation. My goal is to lose at least 10 pounds by the time that I get on the cruise, or at least fit comfortably into my size 14 pants. Yes, that's right. I said I'm a size 14. I'm a size 14 and I weigh about 180 pounds. And that's a lot for my tiny 5'3.5" frame. Time to change. It's time to make big changes. So I've said this before in the past, and I've tried to do this before in the past, and it's failed miserably. And I think the reason is because I didn't hold myself accountable and I didn't tell people. And so this is me telling you that this is what I'm going to do. And I hope that you can keep me accountable and I can continue to do this. So here we go. Technically day 2 down. Let's keep going. All right. So if you've liked this video and you like what we're doing here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Alright guys, so like I said, keeping my word, making sure I'm doing this. It's technically day 3, but I'm doing it. It is Tuesday, and I missed Monday, but that's okay, because I'm still out here, and it's Tuesday. It's only been one day that has elapsed, and yeah, we're doing this thing. It's happening. Jack, look at the bunny. Is that your friend? Jack, go say hello to your friend. Say hi, friend. Hello, friend. Oh, bye, friend.